This is the introduction for rangefinder indicator. So this indicator is for mainly for opening range strategies, and you can set it up for any time you want. You could do lunch range, afternoon range. It's fully customizable. So right now I have it set up for the first 15 minutes of the day. So if you check the time here, 9:30. So the range is just starting, and I'll just run it right here on replay. So it highlights the range as it's building. So we're at 9:30 now, 9:31 there. I'll speed it up a little bit. And that's what it does. So as it's building from 9:30 to 9:45, which is the time I have it set for at the moment, you're going to see the area highlight for you. Okay. And then once we get to 9:45, you'll see what happens here. So 9:44. Okay, so in a couple seconds we'll be at 9:45, and you're going to see okay, so then there we are. We got our first 15-minute range. What happens is we get these familiar lines. I call them live lines. So the line is on, which means if price were to cross that line, it's going to throw you a signal. If for some reason you didn't want it on yet, or you wanted to wait, you could simply just turn it off. There you go. Turn it off, and then it wouldn't throw a signal for you. But it's going to automatically turn off once it does throw a signal. So now that it's on, we'll just watch it. And it'll throw a signal, so you can see bearish break, and then the line turned off. So this can be used as a standalone strategy. You could say, I want this to be my signal, bearish low. You could use it for in conditions with Generator or AutoXbot. You could use it as a stop signal. For instance, let's say that you were to get short here on the break of the low. You could use the break of the high signal name as your stop. And the way I have it is, since it only really throws one or two signals, once you first load it, you're not actually going to see the signal names in the object list. So what I got is, it actually, as soon as you load it up, it'll print all the signals on the chart. You can't see them, but it'll print them. That way it gives you the names. So you can look here on the list. You can see, okay, bullish break low, bullish retest high, bullish retest low. So these are all the different signal types that you can use with the rangefinder. So I'll just go into some settings. So what you can have here is, you can, turn the highlight of the range on and off. You can see how dark it is and change the color. That's this golden range. Default high line to off and default low line to off. So right now, as soon as the range is done, by default, the lines will appear and they will turn on. For some reason, maybe you don't want them to be on right away. Maybe you don't want your signal, or maybe you want to manually turn them on when you're ready. Then it'll default to off, which means it won't print a signal if price interacts with that line, either crosses it or closes beyond it or retests it. So you have that option if you want it. And then this is where you set your time. So you can see 9:30 to 9:45. You could set it for anything. You could put up multiple ranges if you wanted. You would just add another indicator, and you would do one for, whatever you want. If you want to do the first 15, the first hour, you want to do the lunchtime range, the afternoon range, the overnight range, from the overnight open, 6 p.m. till 9:30 the next morning, there's range there. Asia range, London range. You could set them up for each. Okay, and you would see it, and you could set them different. So you might do red, shaded area like red or something for Asia, and then blue for London, then gold for New York. Whatever you want. And, okay, so the signal types are immediate, bar close, or retest. So bar close is obvious, and once it closes beyond this line, either the top or the bottom, then it's going to throw a signal. And then the retest is once it comes down, closes, and it comes back into the line, that's the retest. So you have each of these options. You can't do two of them. I thought about making it so you could just do all three, but it kind of, logically, it was hard to figure out how to do that properly, because it just was. So if you want more than one, let's say, hey, you want a signal for immediate as soon as it crosses the line, and you want a signal for a retest, just simply add another rangefinder indicator and then put that one on the retest. The reason it's hard is because the line shuts off after a signal prints, so I would have to make it, code it so the line stays on after a signal prints, but not print the same signal multiple times over like the immediate. If price kept going back and forth on that line, you would get 100 signals in one spot. So logically, it was just hard to do. So this is how I did it. And it was meant to be really simple, so I hope it looks simple. That's all it is. These are called live lines. You'll recognize them for the other indicators that I have, the live tools. All right, we got the live Fibonacci. We've got a lot of different tools, right? So live fib, same thing. You can turn them on and off as you please, and you can use that. We've got just like live horizontal line. You can move that around, use that how you want. These aren't released yet, but they will be soon. The auto lines are released, AutoX lines, so auto trend lines, auto horizontal, and then this is just another addition to that theme. Rangefinder. So I think I covered everything. Covered how it looks. You don't click on the label, you click on the object to get the name. If you click on the label, it's not going to do anything. You got to click the object. And that's it. These are all your names. They're going to come up every time as soon as you put it on there, so you'll know. Break of the high, break of the low. There should be a break and a close probably, so just check that when you go to use it. Okay.